and that was what really sort of opened it all up for me. So go to a store, look at the cards, have a feel of them. Sometimes stores have cards that are open. Have a look at the imagery, see what speaks to you, and always have a little read of the book. For example, with this Rebecca Campbell deck, she has a little book and each card has its own little meaning. Most card decks will, and some authors speak to you more than others. I've had decks that I read the meaning of the card and I don't really align too much with it, but I really align with the imagery on the card. So with this one, it's all of it. I align with all of it. There's so much thought in the deck, in the packaging, in the wording, everything. Go and look and feel and choose what is aligned to you. Now, I pressured myself so much when I first got into card reading about not needing the book to interpret the cards. Now, this is something I see a lot of people do, but I've actually recently come back to referring to the book every so often because I interpret the cards in this Starseed deck, for example, really quickly, really easily. I've been working with them for a long time, but recently I've been going back to a page when I pull a card sometimes and rereading what the author has written, and sometimes there's a message in there that our subconscious doesn't want to allow us to know until we read it in the words or in the form of somebody else's interpretation. So there is also that as well. Opening your card decks, you're going to want to use an incense or a Palo Santo or something to clean them, clear the energy, and to put your own energy and intent into them. Now, I use a very old practice that's been around for a while of the day that I buy them or when I'm ready to put my energy into them. I'll open them, I'll cleanse them, I'll put intention into them, and I'll leave them on the highest point in the room that I'm sleeping in so that they can absorb the divine energy, they can connect, they can really pick up on what they need to pick up, and then the next day I will go into using them. I also, then on, I sleep with these tarot cards as close to me as possible, these oracle cards too. I'm currently staying in Granada at a work away. I'm staying on a little bunk bed, which is feeding my inner child and my soul so much. And as you can see, this ladder here, I actually place my tarot cards on there when I sleep, so they're right next to my head. They're with me all of the time with my energy. Also choose who you let touch your cards. Don't just let anybody touch your cards. Examine their energy first. Do I want this person to touch them? Do I not? Cards pick up energies. So if you don't want somebody to touch your deck, don't feel scared to say, hey, I'd just prefer it if you looked. I can shuffle them for you and we can see what falls out and let's interpret it together. But if you don't want somebody to touch your deck, please say it. If somebody does happen to touch your deck, it is okay. You can go ahead and cleanse them with incense or Palo Santo again and put your intention back into them. With that being said, I am going to call upon Spirit, my guides, the message for the collective today, moving forward over the next week or so, heading into the new moon, the full moon on November 15th. I accept only positive, reassuring energy here. I do not accept any negative, low vibrational entities, beings, or messages. Thank you. Let's go for it. The Ten of Wands. The Hanged Man. And the Six of Wands. Okay, let's leave it there for the moment. Okay, so the Ten of Wands. I feel 10 is a cycle coming to a close, and I feel like the Ten of Wands really conveys to us where we're ready to let some things go. As you can see in the imagery on the Ten of Wands here, this man is holding up what looks to be too many wands, and it is evident that he's done the work and he's ready to let go of some of what has gotten him to where he is now, because it is no longer serving. Going on that with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is, I'm interpreting this now as a shift in perspective. How can I look at something differently? How is the situation that's in front of me, that's challenging me a little bit right now, not being looked at in a way that's productive? How can I look at this in a new light? How can I shine enough light on this so that I can see it in a way that allows me to move forward and to progress with where it is I'm trying to go? And with that, it is the Six of Wands. I feel that this is telling you are supported. There are people behind you, and I'm feeling I feel like perhaps you never really felt that there are people behind you, that there are people supporting you, that there are people backing you. And so this card is letting you know that there are people with you now, and that it is okay to not lean on them, but to trust them and to allow the help in, allow them to help you get to where you're going, and to keep your chin up, to trust that you are headed in the right direction, listening to your soul's calling. The Fool. Now the Fool is all about being the first card in the deck. The Fool is all about allowing ourselves to have a perspective. It's such a fun card, I love this, of anything can happen. Anything can happen. If I believe it, it can happen. And I went on a journey of exploring this card, and I really looked at children and the way that they have this open-minded, like, infinite realm of possibilities when they are interacting throughout the day. Every part of their lives, they have this innocent openness, and that is really what it's about. It's allowing ourselves to be open and to be expecting and to be ready to receive what our heart really, really wants, even if that means not listening to all of the people around us who are telling us, oh, that's not possible, or you're being unrealistic, or in what world, you know, like we get all of these things thrown at us, which is why it's really important to be careful who you're sharing this journey with and who you're opening up to this stuff about, because some of the people around us have an energy that squishes us and makes us want to deter from this. So with that being said, I think that's enough. I would usually pull a lot more cards than that, but I would like to leave it sort of there. What can you put down? You're at the end of a cycle, which means the beginning of a new one, and in order to make room for things in this new cycle, you need to let go of some of what's got you to where you are that's not serving anymore. It may be people, it may be addictions, it may be beliefs, it may be family, maybe the place that you're in, the job that you're currently working in. Heading into the Hanged Man, how can you change your perspective moving forward? How can you shed light and look at your current situation a little bit differently to allow you room to move forward? Remembering that you are supported by your guides, your spirit, whatever it is you choose to believe in, as well as these people who are around you at the moment who perhaps you're not seeing because you're not used to having people around you. It's allowing yourself to open and to shed this old part of you that was scared, you know. The past often makes us fear a little bit of the future, and it makes us want to sort of close, but it is always the right option to open and to feel into it, with then the Fool, keeping in mind that anything is possible, you are supported, and if you can dream it, you can do it. And I feel pretty good with that. I'm going to leave this video there. 2111 as I look at my timer just now. So that number may be significant to you. I'm also feeling mountains and birds. They may be significant to you as well. These may be omens on your path. So with that being said, I am feeling pretty good about this first video. If you've watched it and you've stuck around this long, I want to say thank you. Let me know what you think in the comments, perhaps what you'd like to see from me. I will put my Instagram and my TikTok in the comments in the caption below, and you can explore that to your heart's desire if you will. And yes, I just want to say thank you. I am with you, spirit is with you, you're supported, and keep pushing forward.